Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, 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 Kyle Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, honors and salutations to you Akim, you sincere Akim, laboring in his truth. And on this lesson, we're going to call it, The Lord is Stirring the Pot, all right, and causing this devil to get active, okay, and this is based off this article you see that I have right here from the New York Post that's labeled "The Iceman that Cometh." Okay, the Iceman cometh. And of course they're talking about the thing, this thing with ICE when Trump gets in office, right? So I'm gonna read a little bit of this article, but pretty much the spirit, the Lord said the Lord of hosts musteth to the battle, right? The Most High is the one who's basically drawing Esau out, drawing him into World War III with the small hats. All these things is the Most High is doing it, man, because we're, again, I'm going to continue to say it, we're definitely in that time. It's going to be in our age. This is what it's all about, is the prophecies, which you should be paying attention to. And honestly, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could be, just don't know what the fuck is going on, but it don't seem like ain't nothing else popping in this world. Like I said, the New Year's Eve, this shit had to be the driest, dullest New Year's Eve. Because why? That spirit of doom is in the air, man. Judgment, destruction, man. It's in the air. You can't, you playing yourself if you're not paying attention to what's going on. If you're trying to push this to the back burner and getting in some old goddamn stupid slavery Christian ass spirit, well then you deserve to get your head fucking plucked off, man. Okay? You're doing a disservice to yourself, man. And the majority of our people always do a disservice to themselves. And that's why, and it's gonna crack down on our people when they start, these ICE agents start rolling. All right. And you know what? That's the judgment too of the Lord, because remember, 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. The Lord going to let them get caught out and not deliver them out of these situations. Now, the elect, the brothers, if there be any elect that get caught up in these situations, well, the Lord is going to deliver us, man. And again, this is another thing that's going to make them push and implement the MOTB. See, there's many ways and scenarios how they could so-called justify themselves implementing that demonic, wicked bullshit, man. All right, but anyway, it says Iceman coming. ICE prepping for big fucking operation across sanctuary cities immediately after Trump inauguration. Yeah, as he takes the oath, and augur means what? To summon the demons. All right, that's what he's gonna do. So they basically gonna release hell. It said ICE officers, um, which I forgot what ICE stands for, Immigration Customs, or I forgot what it stands for. I mean, you can look it up. But it says ICE officers are prepping to carry out raids in at least two sanctuary cities, Chicago and New York City, multiple sources told the Post. So, remember they were playing a game about passing the immigrants around and all that, which we believe, well, they brought out some actual proof, a few people, that a lot of T cells came in through them, all right? And then there might even be some of them that was, who knows, hipped up. But remember they started doing, they had, which a lot of that shit was staged. A lot of, we understand what's going on. But overall, it's the Lord's doing, because, the Most High is stirring it up, man. He's stirring it up. It's not never returning to the norm, man. We're in the time of doom and gloom, bloodshed, the devil being the damn devil, the horns popping right up out of his head, okay? And they're going to really stick it to a lot of you people, man. And then a lot of you, the Northern Kingdom, they've been worshiping all these bullshit God. Here it is, after everything that throughout slavery, and the same thing goes for the whole nation, actually. As if we didn't have enough of slavery, enough of being lynched, murdered, hung. And the same thing happened down, they were colonized too down there. I don't know if they would have they had told you, but they colonized Central America, South America, the Isles. These devils, and they fought over it and fought battles, and they put out and chased the tribes that were originally inhabited in those lands. They chased them into the mountains, or they murdered them. And if they were able to enslave some, they would. But that's why they brought Judah down there in South America and Central America, Because they said that basically they couldn't, the indigenous, the so-called Indian tribes, whether Arawak, Carib, Aztec, Inca, whatever, right? He said they didn't make good slaves. But you damn right, you fucking just took over my land and now I gotta work for you, work the land, show you everything, and you fucking took everything from me, my wife, my kids, you destroyed my house, my home, my village, and then now I gotta so a lot of they wasn't hearing that. So that's why they imported Judah, Benjamin, Levi from Portugal, from Spain, from the interiors of West Africa and other parts. All right, so that's how that went. But now in this day and age, right? They have let all these different so-called immigrants, which again, when they speak about the immigrants, you really know that they only talking about our people, the Jakes, because they don't speak about these. You know how many different East Indians? It's East Indians. There's a tons of them. All right, that get smuggled in here by the other East Indian brethren from whatever parts, Bangladesh. I'm talking about motherfuckers, a different type of black, different type of brown skin, a dark, dull, oily, greasy black. They like they got a different type of blackness about them, so to speak, right? And their teeth is orange. They glow in the dark, like looking like wild, dark-skinned Somalian pirates on crack. They look crazy, man. Right? Don't speak a lick of English, and I know, I know, and don't speak a lick of English or nothing. But they don't have to worry about ICE rolling up on them. All right? They don't have to worry about that because why? They're not Israelites. So the target always been on Israel's back. And this time the target's going to be again on these the Latin tribes, right? So it said they're going to go to the city in New York because remember they kept dropping buses of these, So now, and then, it's going to be a lot of them getting detained. They're going to be executing some of them. They're going to say, oh, he had a gun, he resisted. Oh, wait, hold up there. Oh, I ain't click on the article again. All right, so this thing is going down. So it says, starting January 21st, multi-day ground operations will be launched across cities that have served as safe havens for migrants because the local authorities do not cooperate with the federal government when it comes to immigration issues. So that's why they're gonna have these agents come here, and then they might have to bring in the National Guard pretty soon. See, all these things are happening while you got all these different other so-called natural events, which is judgment from the Lord, whether Esau had a hand in doing it or it was just the Most High straight up. From the fires to the snow. You got places that got all kind of snow, places that are freezing up. So there's a lot of things going on, and the Lord is just adding, adding more to the pot and stirring it, man, brewing it. You're going to bring this thing to a boil, okay? And in his judgment, the Lord kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes 7 birds or more with one stone, all right? It's a purpose behind everything. But now, let me where I want to go. I want to read Isaiah chapter 30, right? Because, see, this is judgment to a lot of our people, man. All right? So now it says, try not to go to the first verse, but I guess I'm going to have to go to the first verse. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And that's our people, the Israelites, all the 12 tribes, from the so-called Negroes, so-called West Indians, so-called Haitians, right? And what's happening over there in Haiti, that was done by, and anytime they want to sit there and take those so-called gangs, they will sit there and take them out. They put them in power, man. They put them in power. They assassinated the president of Haiti. As a matter of fact, I think they got a documentary that looked like it might be pretty good. I got to check it out. But the thing is, over there with Haiti, the Lord is allowing y'all to get plagued like that. The so-called Haitians, man. All right. I know this one lady, she said her sister died. I think she was her older sister died. And I already knew the answer. I said, you gonna go down there? The bitch said, oh, no. She said, I'll just send them something, Because the thing is, she go there, you might not come back. Because it's all, Haiti's turned upside down in a lot of the parts that, in the major cities. I know this other so-called Haitian dude, He was ready to retire. Electrician dude. He's ready to retire. He actually was semi-retired. He was just, working at Home Depot, making a little bit of money, pulling permits for people or whatever. Had his house, nice house built up, big palatial house. But you know how the tribes do, the islanders do, right? They come up here, work, send the money back down, build a house so they can live tax free and without, you know what I mean? That's their what do you call it? The exit plan. And he said, "Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do now." He said they robbed his house, broke everything, took all the new shit because they sending good shit from up here, And this happens all the time to these tribes because the curses is upon us. You're not gonna escape the curses. All right, but then the same thing with I met where was my man from? Was he from Ecuador? Last year I met him in Pittsburgh, I think. I mean not Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he was saying the same thing. So the thing is, our people trying to get the American dream, even though the white man is the devil, and this is not our rest, right? So it says that walk to go down into Egypt, which this Egypt is America, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So and even a lot of these so-called immigrants, they come up here and then they try, a lot of them, you have some of them that just piece of shit. Esau knows that. Straight up gang banging, and they come up here just wreak havoc. Then you got the other ones out here thinking that they coming up here for a better opportunity, and they follow after the white man. They think they're gonna, they dream to be able to have civil rights and to be able to vote and all this other nonsense, which has nothing to do with the Most High, man. I'm telling you, people are gonna be in for a big shot. All you people that listen to us and wave your hand and think, "Oh, I know the Bible. I'm a child of," you don't know nothing. Nothing. You don't know nothing. And you're going to be in for a big, 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 big surprise, man. All right? And as these things increase, you're going to see that, wait a minute, the Heavenly Father is not who we thought he was, man. And you're going to respect and you're going to learn the fear of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. We've been telling you the name of the Most High. We've been letting you know how the Most High get down. All right? And we've been backing it up in his holy word, showing you. But you still don't listen. All right? That's the problem. Nobody listens until what? Until it's too late. Till Hosea, was it Hosea 5:15? Let me see if I get that real quick. Hosea chapter 5, verse 15. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. So what's coming? Affliction. And then everybody's going to want to know why. They're going to be praying to the Most High, right? But the thing is, the Most High ain't going to hear them. First of all, you don't even know the Lord's name. You see? And then when the Most High, like he said, when I called in Proverbs, right? Hold on, let me get the blue letter. Proverbs, the first chapter, right? 22. The Lord said, Proverbs 1:22, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Because why? Our people is indulged in simplicity, man. The American way, these wicked ass, these religions, all these religions, right? All these satanic practices that you learned from the white man, all this nasty LGBT, nasty alphabet crap, right? So the Lord said, how long will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning. Because you got niggas that always want to talk slick and try to talk down at the word of the Most High. What you're going to find out is that we're the true prophets of the Most High. Everybody's saying that they home of the truth and they got this and that, but they're not teaching you the truth, man. They're not warning you. They're not telling you about one of the main things that this devil got up his sleeve, that MOTB. They're not letting you know about the Civil War, and they're not teaching you about the importance of the name of the Lord and faith, right? Because it's about faith at the end of the day. It's about faith. It's not no tangible blueprint for us to get up out of here, right? Oh, okay, maybe we follow the map, the Underground Railroad map. We'll be safe from the chaos and race wars and stuff. Nah, it don't work that way. It's about trusting in the Lord, man, and the Lord defending you. You see, and you gotta know His perfect will. You gotta understand His word. You gotta know the prophecies, and you gotta understand the name of the Lord. You know, you got to know what the Lord requires from you, so forth and so on. So it says, the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. That's why the Lord got us out here as his prophets, as his mouthpiece. We're speaking the words of the Most High. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. But Jake don't want this truth, man. Jake want what the white man been telling him. Jake I want to hear the white man tell me how I can advance in this society, how I could go to his college, I could go to his school, how I could build generational wealth. That's all bullshit, and it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. This ain't it. Or you got the other niggas, all you think about is yourself, you know? All Jake want to do is just party and bullshit, you know? Get hoes, right? Or get hold, all right? Or turn into a bunch of hoes. So you got niggas out here that's just wicked, man. And that's all Jake want to do. Jake do not want to know about the truth, man. They really don't. And the thing is, they don't understand. The Most High ain't gonna just give you this truth, man. And you can't just find the Most. Oh, I turned my life over. Who the fuck said he wanted your life? Huh? You gonna tell the Lord that he has to accept you? The Lord ain't gotta accept none of us, man. All right. And so the Lord's great pleasure that we have this truth, but you don't want to hear it. Jake do not want to hear it. To turn you at my reproof. Reproof meaning what? To be corrected. Jake don't want to be corrected. All right. And even the other tribes, man, that coming. Now, some may be coming here. There's two things. They're coming here to get marked, right? Because they probably seen the camps with brothers speaking. And then it might be, if they're being here the elect, they come here to be delivered. To hear the word and be delivered. Because it is that simple. It's about receiving his word, right? If you believe the word, but it got to be the truth, okay? And you got to wait and you got to endure. You can't just say, oh, because you have a lot of people say, yeah, that makes sense, I believe. Then the next week, they bugging out, talking some other crap. So they're not going to make it. Lord said, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because you don't know the words of the Heavenly Father. Our people sit here, you know, they're up in the mosque, they're in the churches, they're in these other different, wherever they meet at, right? But they still ain't got the truth. They still don't know who they are. They don't know who their power is. And they really don't care to know. So the Lord said, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Like y'all slapped the Lord's hand away. Right? The Most High trying to help you out of the pit. The hell with you. Right? And like little Boosie. Y'all trying to think you're going to flip the bird at the Most High. Well, you ain't playing the Most High, man. Your arms will always be too short to box with the Most High. And the Most High said he is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, the same shall he reap. So the Most High is going to always turn shit right back. He's going to make you eat the shit that you spit out your mouth, man. The Lord's going to always make you eat your words. He's going to always bring judgment upon you, right? At least you of the elect. And if you of the elect, then you're going to hear this word. You're not going to be bucking up, fighting it, wanting to do your own thing, right? That's Jake. That's the majority of our people out here, man. They don't really want to wake up, you see? But again, it says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. See, that's what the Most High said. When your fear cometh as desolation. And it's going to come quick, too, man. All right? It was a thing that, I think it was Donald Trump, he mentioned Operation Warp Speed. And see, what they're going to be doing here, they're going to be straight up rolling. It says starting January 21st, multi-day ground operations will be launched across cities that have served as safe havens for migrants, right? Then jumping down. So the massive sweep is likely to target people with removal orders, right? And then it's going to be people that are actually citizens that they're going to get caught up in it. They might say, oh, well, you had the same name, they're going to throw them in the pile. You're going to have people getting sent back to all kind of countries that ain't, it's going to be a shit show. All right. And I love it. And I love it because, again, which the Most High, that's really the Most High's concept, right? But there's a thing called order of chaos. So all these things got to happen, man. All right. Prophecy has to be fulfilled. Okay? Said Trump's incoming border czar Tom Homan has vowed that the mass deportations will begin on day one. So they're not going to be playing around. And why are they in a rush? Why now are they in such a rush? Revelations 12 and 12. They know that their time is up. You quote it all the time. Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Woe meaning death and destruction, or doom. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So they're going to really be coming after people, man. They're going to be coming after people. And then it ain't just the so-called immigrants. They're going to come after you so-called American citizens too, because you're really enemy combatants, all right? And that's why with these new soldiers and everything, they're being trained. They're going to actually be executing some of you, man. They showed you, they gave you a glimpse of it, because of the that movie Civil War, right? It's gonna be shit just like that. The Purge, all these different movies. You gonna have a lot of these things happening, and a lot of people on the wrong side of that stick. That's gonna be judged. Okay, that's gonna be straight up judged, man. And matter of fact, when you see 17, it said, and the dragon was wroth, which the dragon going back to the Roman Empire or Esau, right? Because today this is the Roman Empire all over again. Okay, and we've been saying, I've seen the apostles, they've been going into it too. And that's the spirit. The Most High God is bringing out the fact that this is the Roman Empire. All right? On many levels, you should know that. So these devils, it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. The woman represents Israel when you go up to the first verse, with the 12 stars on her head, representing the 12 tribes. It says, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. See? Which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. So this is really talking about us in particular. It's going to be, all Israel, but us in particular, because who have the testimony of Yahweh Shai? The elect of Israel, which we pray and hope that we are of the hopeful elect. Okay, and right now we're in the stead of the elect. And if so we continue, that means we're the elect. See? Which like brothers say, if we're not the men of the Lord or the elect, then who are they? Who really cares about the word of the Most High? Who really cares about rightly dividing the word of truth, man? What you get from a lot of these other guys is just slander, right? They just sitting there trying to, make themselves look good. We don't give a damn how we look, man. See, we ate the whole roll, all right? We ate the whole roll, all right? We accept even the hard sayings of the scriptures. They don't. They trying to make a doctrine or the gospel fit them. And it don't work that way, man. And see, and one of the tests of everything is fire. And when that fire really comes down, you see, and a lot of these, even Israelites ain't going to be able to take it, man. And that's why they going to fold, man. But we're living in the days of, the scripture speak about the days of vengeance. We're in those times, man. So it tells you that they're going to sit there and attack us or try to make a move. Okay, and Isaiah 59 and 19 says it as well. So we're definitely in these times, in these last days, man, And it's a beautiful thing overall, man. Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. And where we happen to be, all right? And the Apostle Paul says it a lot all the time. America, which is Babylon the Great, this is the focal point. This is the main place of prophecy. This is the whore, all right, that sitteth upon many waters, man. And yes, Esau is going to be destroyed, period. But here in America is going to be totally annihilated, man. So it says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord. And there goes the name again. Who fears the name? Why do you think we always make a big deal about the name? And we're so passionately, when we speak about it, and we don't have no problem rebuking you for not fearing the name of the Lord, not teaching the name of the Lord, not honoring or respecting or making mention of the true name of the Lord. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When Yahweh Shai is going to come from the rising of the sun, right? His glory, the chariots. When the enemy, see, we got an enemy. We got an enemy. The enemy is the so-called white. He's been the enemy. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, right? What Donald Trump said, Operation Warp Speed. You see how they're talking about, you know, and this is just the beginning, a massive sweep, right? What they're gonna go after a lot of the immigrants and everything. What they gonna? It ain't just the immigrants. It's not gonna stop there. It's not gonna stop there. All right. Anybody that's against this devil's new world order or whatever, they gonna come for you, man. All right. We know that they want to come for us, man. We public enemy number one. All right. And the only reason why they haven't made a move yet is because the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he controls them. All right, this devil cannot do nothing more than what the Most High allow him. That's why you're not supposed to fear him. You're supposed to fear the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, in the name of his son, Yahushai. Because this devil is not in control of nothing. He can't do nothing unless the Lord sanction it. And the Lord already warned us because why? This is his time. So that's why he's able to bring these judgments and bring hell upon earth, because this is it. All right. And if you so happen, if that be your lot, because we don't know, we don't know how each individual story ends per se, because we know some brothers are set, which there have been brothers that have passed and been, persecuted being in this truth. So some of us might be persecuted into death. Some of us might remain until Yahweh Shai get here. You see? Either way, like the scriptures say, whether we live or we die, we live for Yahweh Shai. Whether we die unto the Lord. We go right back to the Most High. Okay, and then the Lord is going to raise you up. If you die in the Lord, he's going to raise you back up. Just like all of the for lack of better words, the patriarchs, I was going to say founding fathers, but I'll say patriarchs of the truth in this era that we're in, stemming from Abba Bivens, King Mashah, all right? High Priest Ariyah still here, High Priest Elder Yaquab, and other righteous men that were killed in this knowledge or that died or passed on, went back in the spirit world, they're going to be raised again. You see? So we understand that. So there's no need for us to fear, all right? But it says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord. And if you fear the name of the Lord, that means that what? You're going to have honor into his word, his law, statutes, and commandments. You're not going to be sitting up there, how you say it, desecrate. I don't know if desecrating is a word. The Lord's Sabbath by sitting there having sex. Because you got other groups out here teaching you can have sex on the Sabbath. Yeshua said you can get your head buff. Right? No, that's wicked, man. Okay? That's wicked, man. Now, it's one thing if you slip up, you forget that it's a Sabbath, or, I'm sure every brother, and even when you do that, you feel like it's the end of the world, man. You feel all fucked up because you was off point or you slipped up. But now that's different. That's where mercy is there. But if you sitting up there, enjoying yourself, just got through doing a Sabbath service and stuff, and you go get your head, come on, man. That shit don't make no damn sense, man. You see, that's not fair in the name of the Lord. It says, in his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. See, that's for the men of the Lord. The Lord is going to protect his men. You see? But now the rest of Jake is going to feel that heat, man. And pretty soon is showing you, and the other point is showing you that, look, they're getting down to business, man. They're not playing around with nobody. They're going right straight to it, They're going right straight to it. Okay? Now, this is the book of Isaiah 65 and 11, right? It said, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain. And that's our people. Okay, you can start with the Israelites that are out here that are still being rebellious, even though they know they're Israelites, but they refuse to call on the true name of the Heavenly Father. They refuse to call on the true name of his Son. They refuse to teach the correct doctrine, even though they've been being corrected. All right? They continue to get more and more proud, okay, deceitful, lying, not looking for the coming of the Lord. It said, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop. Yeah, that troop is what? The troop that overcame Gad, right? The same troop, which is Esau, the so-called white man, the devil, basically. So when it says prepare a table for that troop, when you sit down and you meet and make deals with the enemy, and that furnish the drink offering into that number. Yeah, you down with them. All right? And I believe Nate's down with them. That's why he get mad. He makes these videos trying to talk. And a lot of other Israelites, they try to sit there and slander us. And my thing is, look, what's that? Galatians 4:14. Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And that's how we garnered all these enemies. Period. I mean, in Israel, you had the one little fucking novice, little spoiled brat nigga with a rash mouth talking all that shit. And hey, Lord gonna hold you to them words, man. Hey, like King Mashad once said, he said, because he was humble. He ain't never, they set him up as King David or whatever, right? And he is King David. But I remember, I think it was at the house of David, but he got so mad because now it's back then, right? Jake then got on to even some more wicked ass bullshit. But he got so mad because they wanted to kill the man, right? And to those who know King Mashah, I didn't know him as good as the apostles or elders, but I've been around him. I've been blessed to be around him a few times and see him. And, hell, he came in him and High Priest Ariab blessed the school when we opened the school in Connecticut, in Bridgeport, Connecticut. But every time you see him, that was the humblest man. And the Spirit of the Lord had come on him, and he'll go in. But he was a humble. When you seen him, you seen humility, man. That's what I got when I seen the man, right? But you had these guys, they were plotting on actually taking them out, In that documentary, they talking about, Lahab read the New Testament, so he was privy and they didn't like he was teaching. That's bullshit, man. Where'd you get that from? That ain't why Lahab got brought to council and everything. And he didn't even show up. The whole Central Command got brought to council. And Johanna was a part. It was a lot of things that was going on. And how do I know? Because the apostles would tell us and break it down to us, man. Right? But we were just young, going to the main school, just observing, happy to be there. But it was wickedness and a lot of it happened at the top, And the Lord said he's going to bring judgment. He's going to begin in his house. So we got the truth, which sets us apart. But if we don't honor it and walk in the light the right way, then we're not exempt. The judgment's going to be worse for us. But anyway, Lahab and them, and those that were around, they know about this back then. They had a coup. One of the brothers said he had Uzis wanting to they were going to try to take King Mashah out. Humble man. Humble. That's all I could think about him, And then on top of that, again, like the Apostle Paul was saying, bringing out, which is true, because we remember we was there, right? And the apostles used to tell us how they was doing King Mashah, and they did have him as a figurehead, man. All right, you could say nobody never said that they killed him, but they contributed. They let him ride around in the winter without fixing the heat in his car, and he ended up catching pneumonia. But the point of the matter is that back then at that time it was so much shit going on, they didn't want him to sit in at the council and everything when he's the king. So one time, he like I said, he lost it. And he said, man, you better hope I'm not King David. Because all that talk, because he didn't care for it. But he said, you better hope I ain't King David. Because of the way the way they was talking down on the man. And all he did was try to help people and and he was in his older age and they attacking him. But he stayed strong, man. And left a great example for us, man. Okay, so again, y'all better pray and hope that we're not those men. Or the slander y'all throw at us, man. But it's all right. We built for it. They did that to the prophets, man. Verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. See? You're going to bow down to the slaughter. The Lord is going to allow you to get caught up in his destruction, man. All right? Some of you might be in an earthquake, get swallowed up. You might get caught up in a hurricane. Your building might collapse with you in it. You might get caught in a terrorist attack. You might get caught in a fire. All right? Or you might get caught in the fire, the lake of fire, the nuclear destruction. All right? But the Lord said, I will number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. because when I called, just like we read, you did not answer. So, hey, the Lord said whether they hear or forbid, all right? He said, but when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. How did the Lord speak? How does the Lord speak? By the mouth of his prophets, man. So he said, when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Okay? The Lord said, you chose what he doesn't delight in. Right? Following after these other gods, following after your own heart. That's wickedness too, man. You see? And that's a witchcraft mentality, because you're not supposed to do as thou wilt, or do whatever you like, whatever tickles your fancy. No, you're supposed to observe the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave us. If the Lord said don't eat no pork, then don't eat no fucking pork. That's something you can control. Right? You got people, I remember this one dude, oh man, he called my slave name, oh man, Joy, the Lord knows, he knows I love that pork, man. He knows that, no. But he telling me he's the biggest man of the Lord, and he's all connected with the Most High. But he act like he's going to die if he can't eat no pork. Now, that's something that you have power over, man. Now, working on the Sabbath or whatever, okay, hey, that's mercy, right? That's something that you might not have power over. Getting tattoos. There's nobody putting a gun making you get a tattoo. And that's wickedness and against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And you wonder why, Jake wonders why things happen to him, man. As far as like judgment, as far as their parents or their grandparents dying, their children dying, their women dying in horrific car accidents, so forth and so on. That's the judgment of the Lord, right? And so now, get ready to wrap this up. Going back to this article, right? It says, one source said certain ICE officers have already paused arrests to make room in detention centers for the targets of the upcoming raids. So this is all within less than a week. This thing is supposed to go down. And if this go down like this and hit, and this is what they're just saying they're going to do. This thing is going to stir up a lot of controversy, man. There's going to be a lot more violence out there in the streets, man. These are the days of vengeance, man. All right? We're living in a time of vengeance. It says we aren't arresting anyone and bringing them into custody, making room for what may happen next week. What may happen. So, that's going to be a big raid, man. Big raids. The former director of ICE Denver office told the Post that such sweeps were ended under the Biden administration. Well, Biden's out of there. All right? Biden's out of there. It's the next guy up. Adding that the men and the women of ICE are looking forward to being able to do their job again. All right? And seeing this time, Trump got the most cold-hearted, bloodthirsty motherfuckers set up in these positions. And this is all staged. Trump is just a figurehead. He's an actual orange puppet. But the thing is, we believe, it still remains to be seen, but we believe that the MOTB, I believe the MOTB is going to be issued under Trump's regime. A lot of these things, whether he's assassinated or not, a lot of, basically, Yahweh Shai is probably going to come on this watch. I don't know if I can honestly say there's going to be another presidency after this because of the climate and the way how the prophets are. The prophecies stand. All right, but I'm not saying that, because the Most High wants us to stay here to 2050. That's the Most High's will. But we know that the Lord said that the days are going to be shortened, or else no flesh shall be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So, with that, I'm gonna close it up there. You're gonna hear more talk about these raids and everything that's happening. And, it's going to be just a slaughterhouse, man. Because, and one of the reasons why they shut down a lot of those detention centers because the conditions were so inhumane. People were getting sick, kids who's sitting there in a cage like animals, man. Like motherfucking animals. So the devil's about to do his thing again. All right? But anyway, with that, say Kal Halal, Yahweh Bashim Shai, and Shalom to sincere Akim. Shalom.